Hello, and welcome to this week's new podcast episode. And today we are going to be talking about financial preparation during separation, which I feel is a great topic to talk about today. So, hello, and welcome back to Let's Break the Silence with Angeline, where we empower women to break free from their past and create their happiest lives ever. And today we are going to be diving into a topic that's both challenging and crucial: financial preparation during separation. So, if you are going through a separation or divorce, financial independence might feel overwhelming, but I want you to know it's achievable. And I'm here to guide you every step of the way. And I know for me, that was a very, very challenging time for me. So if you are watching this live on my YouTube channel, please go ahead and like and subscribe to my YouTube channel, which is Let's Break the Silence with Angeline. And before we get started, if you would like to subscribe to my newsletter and continue to receive resources that will equip and empower you on your healing journey, please go to letsbreakthesilence.com and you will receive weekly newsletters from me of empowerment. And also, my podcast is on Spotify. We are on Spotify, Apple, Google, and also on iHeartRadio and Amazon Music. So whatever live streams you are listening to, this podcast will be uploaded later today. So let's dive into this topic, okay? So regarding financial preparation during separation, this requires emotional and mental readiness. And how many of you here, feel free to comment, say hello as you're coming into the chat. How many of you feel, like when you're going through a financial, when you need to prepare yourself financially, okay? I know that separation isn't just a financial transition, so it's also an emotional one too. So how many of you here, women, have experienced the fear of the unknown, the doubts, and the feeling of starting over? If that is weighing heavily on you, please let me know in the comments, okay? And it can be. I know for me, it was. I had to gather financial statements. There was a lot of fear of the unknown, the doubts, and the feeling of starting over. And it weighed heavily on me for a long time. But here's the truth. Financial preparation is one of the most empowering steps you can take to regain control of your life. So I want you to remember this. This is your chance to build a foundation for the life you truly deserve to live. So be empowered and make sure that you understand what your finances are, okay? Because I know for me, we had many accounts in both names, and I was responsible during my divorce and my transition. I had to gather financial statements. I was the one who had to determine what the assets and liabilities were because I was the one who brought in the business for the company at the time. So, okay, so we're going to go over 3 key financial steps to prepare for separation. So are you ready? Number 1, understanding your finances. And this is what I talked about earlier. The first step is knowing exactly where you stand financially. So take a closer look at your income, expenses, savings, and any debts. Create a detailed budget. And if this feels daunting, start small. So, in other words, start tracking your daily spending for a week. And when you do this, patterns will emerge and clarity will follow, meaning you will gain more clarity on your finances. So this is so important because for me, I I had to know exactly where I stood financially. And, this took a lot of work on my part. And I know for me, like I said, we had accounts in both names, and which was not a good thing in some cases, because I learned that our savings account was drained financially, and I was left with $50,000 in debt. So I had to make a plan, and that's really, really important. I talk about that a lot. So going into 2025, what are you doing right now to plan financially for your future? So make sure you understand your finances first. Okay. And number two, building a financial safety net. So what I recommend is setting aside money into a savings account, even if it's a small amount at first. And also for me, I had set aside only 2 months of savings, because that's all I had to my name. And even though I was $50,000 in the hole, I started my own account. So in other words, when you are going through a divorce, you're going through a separation, especially if someone who's going through financial abuse. I know for me, when we had joint accounts, he denied me access to accounts. So what I can tell you is this: have a small savings account. Even if you put $100 a week into a savings account, you're building up your savings. You're building yourself up financially and also spiritually. And this will give you peace of mind and a sense of security during the transition. So if you have 3 months of savings put aside, that's great. If you have 6 months of savings put aside, that's even better. Because that is going to put you in a position of strength, and you will be able to gain more clarity on your finances. Okay, now the one thing that I did talk about earlier was gathering financial documents. So what I had to do is I had to gather all the financial documents, and fortunately they were in a place where I had access. So I had to provide tax returns, and I had to also provide bank statements, pay stubs, and more. And also, this is only going to help you and your legal team advocate for your financial well-being. So it's important to have access to your financial documents. So I kept our financial statements, I kept them in a box that I had stored away. So when I was going through my divorce, my ex did not have access to that, because he didn't know where it was, and I had access. So make sure that you gather all your financial documents for your attorney, because your attorney is going to need that. And the more documentation that you provide to your attorney and legal team, they will be that will put you in a position, and they will be able to advocate for your financial well-being. And also seek professional guidance. So I went to a divorce attorney, and I also went to a financial advisor. So don't hesitate. I know that especially for women who have gone through abuse or divorce, some women feel helpless. Now, how many of you here watching this live or watching the replay, how many of you are experiencing, that, type of, are you scared? That's what I wanted to say. Okay. Do you feel scared? Do you feel scared to seek support? Because you know what? Guess what? Emotionally, it's bad enough, like for some of you women, you want freedom, you want that financial independence, but then you're afraid to ask for help. And that was me for a long time. So is that you? If that is you, please let me know in the comments, because I can tell you this. When you consult with a financial advisor or divorce attorney, having the right support can make all the difference in navigating the complexities of this process, because it is very, very complex. And in my case, there were, a lot of assets, there were a lot of financial investments and so forth. So plus we owned a home. So that was a very difficult process to navigate, but I was able to do that. So, and I had an excellent attorney, paid her good money, but she produced for me. So make sure that you have those resources. Okay. And as far as financial independence, so post separation. So here are some tips for financial independence post separation, meaning as you're moving forward after your separation and divorce. So as you move forward, so consider ways to boost your income. Okay. So in the world we live in today, 2025, it is important to experience new career opportunities. What are you most passionate about? You have a journal here, write them down. Write down at least, write down, what are you most passionate about? Are you seeking a career change? For me, I was working in direct sales, and I rediscovered my passion was to start my own company. Let's Break the Silence with Angeline, my own coaching program, also to be involved in network marketing. And I've had the pleasure of being involved in, a few network marketing companies that have changed my life. And it's important to explore that, what is your true passion in life? Okay. For example, taking up a side hustle. Are you passionate about skincare, makeup, health and wellness, solar, whatever? What are you most passionate about? Write it down and please share it in the comments here. I would love to see it. Okay. Or enhancing your skills. So for me, I invested in myself and in personal development. And also, that was very, very important to me to always improve my skill set. In other words, for example, podcasting. And now I'm going to be, working on collaborations with several companies and with other coaches and mentors. So always invest in yourself. The best investment, you can take your settlement and go out and buy a car. That's all well and good. Okay. But for me, the best investment that you can make is in yourself. And that's what I have done. And also, don't forget to monitor your credit score and build it, because I know for me, my credit score was down because of the financial abuse that my ex heaped on me. So make sure that you monitor your credit score, pay off any debt. If one of your goals is to take up a side hustle, write down, what is your why? Is it to pay down debt? Okay. If that's the case, then work on that, because as you build your credit score, it will open doors to financial opportunities like securing a new home or starting a new business, which is what I did. Okay. So I just want you to know that, if you're feeling stuck or unsure where to begin, I want you to know you don't have to do this alone. Okay. What I do is I offer a personalized coaching program designed specifically for women like you who are ready to break free from their past and take control of their lives. And what I'd like to say is reclaim and take your power back. So let's work together to create a roadmap for your financial independence and emotional freedom. So book a complimentary breakthrough call with me today by visiting letsbreakthesilence.com. And on this call, we will discuss your unique situation and create a clear plan for moving forward. So, in closing, this is what I want to share with you. Don't let fear or uncertainty hold you back. And this is your time. This is your moment to step into your power and start building the life you've always dreamed of. So, thank you so much for tuning in to today's podcast episode. Remember, separation isn't the end, it's a new beginning. You are capable, you are strong, you are resilient, and you are worthy of a life filled with happiness and abundance. So, if you found this episode helpful, please share it with someone who needs to hear it. And don't forget to follow me for more empowering tips and stories. Until next time, stay strong and keep moving forward. Have a great day, everyone.